How come you guys aren't listed as head writers as of last year? Did you step away from that title?
Yeah, but I don't know when. When did we step away from that?
It felt like it was kind of over a couple years we did, because I feel like I did it at least 8 years or something, maybe more. And we did it together at least 5.
Yeah.
And then we were sort of not doing the job for the last couple years because we were being torn in a lot of other directions and we still did producerial things, but we weren't.
What do you mean it's not true?
Colin is really good at it, and he's kind of always stayed as sort of leader in the writers' room, but I wasn't doing the job.
So, did you feel guilty? Were you like feeding off of Colin's reputation as a hard worker? And did you go home at night feeling guilty that like you were hardly doing anything, but Colin was too nice of a guy to tell you, hey, you got to step up your game?
Guilty? No, I didn't feel guilty, not one bit. No, I slept like a baby, Howard. It was fine. It was good. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Did you ever go home and think to yourself, I'm here 24 hours a day busting my balls, and Che is getting a writing credit that he's not working for?
I mean, I also started doing less just out of self-preservation with,
right.
I used to sleep at work twice a week, like straight through 24-hour tours twice a week.
And that had to change when you married Scarlett, right? She's not putting up for you sleeping at work.
No, she's like,
no.
Yeah, get home. And also for my own well-being. And then I was like, oh yeah, it makes more sense to sleep for some hours and not be there all night.
Single guys or unhappy guys make for much better workers than happily married guys. You know what I mean? Your problem is you were happily married and you wanted to get home and have that life.
Yeah, that was a big change. Because I didn't have, before that, I really was just living there a lot, and but and it was sort of felt also kind of unfair to the other people who were really doing head writing jobs and running rewrite tables, which we weren't doing for the last year that we were doing it. So yeah, it was sort of a conversation we just had with Lauren where it was like, we don't, we'll still do,
What is a head writer on Saturday Night Live responsible for? In other words, I know you guys are responsible for the news. That segment is your baby. But what else do you have to do? Do you have to sit there and review every sketch and punch them up? I mean, it seems like it would be a lot of work for a weekly sketch show,
It's very undefined, but it varies a lot depending on who the person is doing it. But in some ways, you're kind of just leading by example. Like you end up, you're still expected to write at least a couple sketches a week that are probably going to get on the air. And often you end up having to figure out the cold open later in the week if there isn't one.
Wow.
And then
why are you laughing, Michael? Is it like a ridiculous task to figure out that cold open?
No, it's just things I never did.
Colin, why do you laugh at that?
Really hard. sounds
Colin,
like a drag, bro.
Don't you get angry at that? That here is a man who works with you and takes a credit as head writer and says, I didn't do any of that
That's
shit.
not it's not true that he didn't do anything. First of all, Che's written some of the best sketches that have been on the show in the last 15 years.
Drunk?
Yeah, you have, But he wouldn't say that. And also he has very good instincts on things and will talk to people and help people with pieces. So he doesn't like to say it, but he does.
I love seeing this dynamic because as you're complimenting Michael, and this is a psychological discussion.
Oh.
He's making faces like, you're nuts, I'm not talented, I suck. You are really uncomfortable taking a compliment. And I relate to this. No, you are. What's going on there? And you even said, when Lorne Michaels compliments me or tells me I'm doing a good job, you kind of roll your eyes and go, no, you just, what is it?
Well, he's usually rolling his eyes when he's giving the compliment, by the way.